What the devil meant for bad, God will always turn it around for good. Hey, good evening, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy as you see my big bright smile, on my face. But yeah, I want to tell y'all this. I just received a download. Like, when would your enemies learn? When would your enemies learn that every fucking thing they do is not working? When would your enemies learn that their black magic is not going to work? When will your enemies learn that you are stronger than them? You see? It takes 100 of them bum bitches against one pretty you. One you. There's one of you. There's 100 of them idiots. It takes one of you, but 100 of them to gather up and conjure up shit. You must be powerful. I said you must be important, you see? They team up on you because they are threatened. They team up on you because they're insecure. They team up on you because they see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. They team up on you because you have what it takes to dethrone those idiots. They team up on you because they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. And that is where jealousy and envy come into play. Your enemies are fools. Your enemies destroy themselves. The moment they think about, let me go against him, let me go against her. The moment they put that thought or that intention out into the universe, Because one thing about Miss Universe, whatever you put out into the Miss Universe, she gives it right back to you, whether that's good or bad. But your enemies are too dumb. They're dumbfounded. They didn't know that. You see, they don't know. They don't know the laws of the universe. You see? Because if they knew the laws of the universe, they would have never come up against you. When will your enemies learn that you are undefeatable? When would your enemies learn that plotting and planning and scheming, they would never win? That is why they gotta gather up. And what the devil meant for bad, God will always turn it around for good. You see? Your enemies don't use their brain, you see? They move off of emotions. They don't think logical, and they don't think biblical. So what they do, they run off of emotions, and we need to stop him or we need to stop her because she got too much potential. You see? Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You say I should have had my Bible, but my Bible is on my phone, so I can't really But yeah. Your enemies are stupid. After they send one body and they get defeated, they send someone else, thinking that this one... Think. We are too strong. Yeah. And I always have to sit back and laugh. And this is the thing that really jiggles my titties and my ass. Because they will send everybody to you. They send people to you one after the next. And I'm like, when would y'all really learn that I'm my own fucking army? And I want to say this, right? When you see people sit down and team up on you, and people really think that power comes from tearing other people down. No. Power does not come from stepping on others. True power comes from helping and uplifting others. And getting them to the top. You get me right? That is where true power comes from. But y'all think that by stepping on others and tearing others down, that's where the true power lies. Hell no. Because if you really sit down and look at the people that step on people to get to the top, if you really really go in your head and really sit down and look at those people, the position that they were in at the top, it wasn't of substance. It didn't have longevity. So that's what you want. That's how y'all want to set y'all life up. And I realize your enemies has always been setting themselves up for failure. Because stepping on people is learnt and practiced behavior. They've been doing it to everybody until they met the strong one. Until they met the strong one. You people are not going to learn. Study the laws of karma. Study the laws of the universe. Most importantly, study the laws of karma. Because a lot of things that you people do, y'all would have not done if y'all actually knew the laws of karma. One of them, whatever you sow, you must reap. Sow good season, you will reap a good harvest. Whether that's good or bad, you see? Payday. You work, and according to those hours you put in, you get paid at the end of the month or the week. And that's the same thing for the type of work you wicked individuals been doing. The amount of wicked work that y'all been doing, y'all will be paid accordingly. But this is the thing that these wicked bitches do. They will be doing wicked shit and coming to good people that are actually good and genuine to reap off of their good karma and exchange they karma for. You get me right? And they're not getting it because they still gotta learn. They still gotta go through their karma. And these wicked bitches have to run from their karma, but you can't run from karma. You cannot run from karma. Bitch, you thought. You can't run from karma, you hear? And even if you don't face it in this lifetime, you still have to come back to the next. And that's the funniest thing. You still have to come back to the next lifetime and face it and relive it and relearn everything. Y'all don't want to learn and accelerate and elevate y'all souls in this lifetime, so when y'all come back to the next lifetime, y'all actually get to y'all promised land. Excuse me. Is that what you want to do? I know I want to do that. I know I want to live in my purpose. I'm in my purpose right now. Doing YouTube, doing what I love. And now I see a lot of people want to stop me here. It will never happen. Kings and queens, don't let your enemies stop you. Do not turn out like the people that hurt you. Do not turn out like your enemies. That is what your enemies want. Your enemies want that. Let me get my microphone. Your enemies are being used by the devil to destroy your heart. They want to steal your heart because from the moment you shut your heart off, it's like, number one, you don't attract nothing. From the moment you shut your heart off, it's like you don't have. You lose motivation. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to be in purpose. You get me right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Chill. That is what they want. I would never turn on like the people that abuse me. I can't do it because they have done me so wrong. And I can never sit down and do someone else the way I was done. And the way that I was done was not healthy. You know? And this is for the chosen ones, star seeds, you know. Divine feminine mask, you guys. We were dealt a bad hand. However, we played accordingly. We were targeted from a child. We were literally targeted from birth. Had a hard life. But yeah, we're still thriving. You see? They don't like that we are thriving because, like I said, we were targeted from birth and we were set up for failure. However, the enemies are mad. Duh. But the chosen ones, the family that we were born into, they were strategically used by the devil. Because the devil knew who we were from birth. And these demons didn't even knew that the devil were working through them to destroy us. I'm serious. That's why we as chosen ones empath. We have to get away from that system. I'm serious. I migrated to Canada, and from the moment I migrated to Canada, my narcissistic family dynamic, it crumbled. Because I wasn't there anymore to sit down and beat down and, you know, energy vamp and tear down and abuse. Actually, misuse. I'm not there anymore. So they don't got to deal with their own shit. All of y'all incompetent people. And now that I'm in Canada and now that I'm away from them, you know, they try to still keep me in that role, but it would never happen again. Now that I wake up to who I am, this shit has to end. It has to end. I close out cycles that are unhealthy. I want nothing to do with none of y'all. Oh my God, my hair is whipping. I want nothing to do with now. I don't want nothing to do with the people from my past. So y'all could continue to stalk me and monitor me on the streets. Y'all, let them monitor y'all. Let them monitor y'all. But when they monitor y'all, make sure you look your best. Make sure your skin is glowing. Drink water and mind your business. Let's do that. Let's drink water and mind our business. Will they self-destruct with the alcohol and drink alcohol and mind our business? Because that's what they do. From the moment they lose the empath, they self-destruct because our energy, they live off of our energy. They live off of our energy. Close all those cycles. Close those cycles. Do not go backwards. Do not go backwards. Because if you go back, the only thing that's back there, y'all know the story about Lot's wife. She turned into a pillar of salt by looking back. Don't look backwards. And in this case, you are Lot's wife. Don't look back. Because if you go back, it's only one thing back there. Death and destruction. They're only there for 3 reasons. To steal, kill, and destroy you. They want a round 2 or round 3. You know, right? Don't go back. So let them watch you and let them monitor you and let them see how great you are. Let them see how much you have elevated. Let them see how much you have grown and healed and become the best version of yourself. So with me saying that, your enemies will not learn. They're so stupid. Defeats after defeats after defeats after defeats, and they still will not learn. However, God is a miracle working God, and God will use your enemies to strengthen you. Because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And they're not learning that. You see, they're not seeing it from that perspective. They're seeing from this carnal perspective and this carnal way of thinking. Oh, we're going to defeat her. We need to stop her. But they're not seeing it from, oh my God. Well, when we do this to her and she and it's not working, we're only making her stronger. They're not seeing it from their higher self. You see, they're carnal, karmics. So they operate from a low vibrational space of thinking. They sit down and gossip. Cook up black magic in a fucking Walmart pot. They Google all types of fucking magic. They gather up in groups.
My apologies, I don't understand.
With a crusty tongue. Sorry, Google. They sit down in groups with their white tongue and talk shit. Oh Lord, child. But that's what they do. They sit down and talk shit with their crusty tongues. You know when your tongue have a lot of thrust, that is your enemies. But yeah, they sit down with their crusty white thrust tongues and talk shit about you. Because they don't got nothing better to do with the 24 hours. So what they do? They Google how to fucking cook up a fucking spell. Before they sit down and Google how to fucking pawn a condom or how to fucking get rid of a fucking itch or burn, they can Google a fucking spell. To tear down the chosen. To try to sacrifice the chosen. Idiots. And little do they know, they don't know that. You see, your enemies are so stupid because they don't even know that everything that they did, every spell that they cook up, every black magic that they did, every projection they thrown, every stone they thrown, is being documented in the heavens. It's being documented. They're ours. Their bullshit hours is being documented by the universe. Y'all remember the analogy I use about, your 9 to 5 and you put in your hours and you get paid according to your hours? That is your enemies. Every fucking thing they did, the universe, and it's been written. Well, such and such did this and such did this type of magic and she did it on this day and that time. And she said this about what? And okay, well, let me... They don't know that. But if your enemies don't know, they're going to learn. Because as you ascend, they will descend. As you elevate and go higher, 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 they would... As you rise, they will sink. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. But they're not aware because you know why? Because they're low vibrational and they're, they see things and they do things off of a carnal perspective. They don't know that they're even being used by low entities. So as your enemies continue to stalk you and monitor you and try to harass you in public, let them. But at least look your best. They want to get in your mind. They want to attack your mind. And that's the honest truth. That's the truth. That do not give your enemies energy. Starve your enemies. Because your energy was angelic energy, and your energy used to feed their demons, starve their demons, let their demons eat them alive. Let their demons eat them alive. That's not your job. Your job is not to feed them. That is why I always suggest people to heal. Heal from your trauma. Heal. Because when your enemies monitor you, they want to remind you about your trauma. That's the main reason for them monitoring you and stalking you. They want to remind you. Remember? Yes, I'm still here. Thank God I've healed. Thank God I've healed. And I'm speaking my truth, and I'm actually living in my truth. Thank God I'm healed. Because I'm no narcissist with a bad, skinny, reptilian figure is going to remind me of my trauma. If anything, I'm going to remind you. My elevation is going to remind you of what you missed out on. Remind your enemies about how good you are and how much of a gift you are. Remind your enemies how much of a gift they lost. They lost you. But you see, they told you that you lost, but it was the other way around. They lost you, bitch. For real. So as they continue to stalk you and everything, look your finest. Look your best. Look your best. Post up in your finest. Because they all create these fake accounts and everything. That's what they do. And God bless them. You see? Because they want to see how better you were doing without them. Because in a relationship, you were the fun. You were the light. You brought the love. You brought the laughter. You brought the comedy. You brought, the heavens to them. So kings and queens, if you love what I'm saying, type in the comments, I am the gift. You are the gift. Don't let no one tell you different. You are more than enough. You are beautiful. You are important. You're beyond deserving of whatever you put your mind to. You are blessed. You are loving. You are kind. You're beautiful. Type agree in the comments if you agree with me. Have a beautiful day. Love you. Always put your best foot forward. And look here. Trust nobody. Not even your ex that keeps stalking you on fake accounts. Okay? Thank you.